Hey guys, so I got a question recently from one of my viewers. He says that he's about 6'4", and he says that he's a little twiggy. He's a little he's not as bulky as he'd like to be. He's not as big and as strong as he'd like to be. He says he's been taking karate. I can't remember which specific type. I'm thinking it's one of the hardcore versions of karate. And he's also been taking jiu-jitsu. So he's been doing a lot of martial arts recently. And so he wants a strength training regimen to put some muscle on him. He wants to get a little bit bigger. So first I want to explain some things. So in martial arts, generally it's an advantage to be strong at your own weight. You generally don't want to get bigger, right? But if you are looking to grow, because I've seen his profile, he is still pretty skinny. He'd like to be a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger. You have to understand that we're limited by our genetics to an extent. But the biggest thing for me, like I've said before, if your body is ready to grow and it hasn't developed all of those motor patterns yet, and you haven't really broken down the muscle to give it a chance to build back up, our bodies, build according to the stresses that we place upon them. So first is volume. So that's the bodybuilding type of philosophy, right? To go into the gym and just rep out and rep out and rep out and do as much work as you possibly can to tear the muscle down and build it up stronger. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is with fighters, we often see, because we get beat on a lot, right? So first we talk about the solar plexus. Things get hard, things get tough. And we get sad and we get beaten down, beaten down, beaten down. So you probably have some, let me see if I can get some kyphosis here. And when you're doing jiu-jitsu, if you spend a lot of time on your back, you're going to end up building your abs. Well, that's okay, but when you're on your back and you're crunching this way, you're facilitating this bad posture again. And a lot of karate guys don't stand with both hands up and close to the face. So maybe you're out here, when you fight, but for some of the guys who end up with their hands closer to the face, like Muay Thai guys, I did a little bit of Muay Thai for a while, the shoulders rotate forward to protect the face. So actually you're promoting this bad posture. It's helping you not get hit in the face, it's helping you not get hurt, but it's facilitating bad posture. And we keep our necks tight, and generally when you get punched in the head, you're building up from the shock, you start building up the back of your neck. Some Thai fighters actually put rope through their, we used to do this at my gym, Blake's Muay Thai, and we used to put a rope through about 50 pounds of weight and then put it in the back of our teeth and lift it using our neck, so that we would build up the back of the neck, so when you get punched in the head, you're less likely to get a concussion or to get knocked out. You can take more punishment, right? So one of the things that I would advise you to do is work on the neck flexors. Doing yes nose, which is a type of exercise if you don't know what that is, and creating better posture for your shoulders. So there's actually a program called Crossover Symmetry. And if you don't want to buy it, I think it's like $50, and I think that it comes with all the bands and stuff. It's actually a really good investment. Might be more than that, I can't remember. But there's actually a picture of like the entire series on Google, so you can rip that off the internet, and if you have a set of bands, then you can practice these. And basically, it's just exercises to get the back of the shoulder, to work the back of the shoulder. Also, if you're not functional, so this is for any sport, you're probably pretty quick on your feet. I'm not very quick on my feet. I need to do more ladder drills. So ladder drills are first. If you're a karate guy, you're probably pretty good at moving, pretty good at being deceptive, and diving in and attacking and retreating. One of the things you really need, though, is to be quick on your feet. So ladder drills. That's one thing that's going to build your performance. Now, I'm not thinking about making you bigger, I'm thinking about performance now. And also, some of the things such as imbalances in the body will cause us to not be able to get any stronger, especially stronger. Maybe you can get bigger, but I'd like to say that you can't get stronger while you have bad posture. So you get stronger to an extent, but at a certain point you get hurt. So you either spend most of your time being hurt or most of your time getting stuck and plateauing. So one of the main things that you need to do is get some mobility into the joints that are tight, which I'm guessing if you're a karate guy and you're a jiu-jitsu guy, your shoulders are forward. So you need to pull your shoulders back and down. And there's lots of different exercises that you can do for this in corrective stretching. Kelly Starrett makes a great book called, I think it's Supple Like a Leopard. So that's important. Get that book if you want to become a little bit more mobile and correct some of your posture imbalances. Also, I'm trying to think. There's another book. Assessing and Correcting Posture was a manual that I bought. It's from Mike Robertson and Eric Cressany. A few guys worked on it, and they came up with a series of how to diagnose and correct your own posture. So that's good. And also, if you want to start doing the Olympic lifts, which I would recommend, it's not that the lift is going to be wrong, it's that your either form is going to be incorrect, so you're doing the lift wrong, or your body is so messed up that it can't achieve this functional movement. So get Starting Strength by Mark Ripito and consider some of the things that he says about the deadlift, about the power clean, about the snatch, about the squat. He always does the back squat actually. Try to front squat, try to overhead squat. All these things are going to help you diagnose your problems. If you can't overhead squat, you probably have a tight thoracic spine, and I've shown videos on how to correct the thoracic spine, and you may have tight ankles too. So basically what I'm saying, number one, volume. And I've already answered this a few different times on how to grow, right? So you got to tear the muscle down and build it back up. Our body builds according to the stresses we place upon it. Trying to incorporate this into your daily routine along with practices is going to be really hard. So maybe you get up early and do this before, I don't know, maybe you go to work or something like that. You come back and then you go to martial arts later on in the day. Understand that if you're doing bicep curls a lot, that it's gonna make it hard for you to choke people, and it's also going to make it hard for you to punch people. So keep in mind, you still have to give your body rest. You still have to give your body time. But if this is something you really want to work out on, then mark out some time for it. Also, if you want to build sports performance, ladder drills, speed drills in general, and correcting your posture, get books that support that, read up on it, and understand how to develop better posture. I don't know what your issues are specifically, but that can keep us from getting stronger. So that's my advice. I know I rambled on for a little bit there. Thanks for watching my videos. If you like my videos, make sure that you like my Facebook page and you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching my videos, guys, and stay tuned for more of Tony's Tips.